This year's E3 conference is still going on here in LA, but already the multi-billion-dollar video game industry's biggest confab has rolled out some, well, let's just say some big tanks as one example. Virtually just off the floor of the jam-packed LA Convention Center, Deadline's David Bloom joins me to plug us in on what's going on at E3. So David, we didn't see any new consoles announced or released this year. So what's the big takeaway right now from E3?
Well, I think it's back to basics. You know, they rolled out the Xbox One and the Sony's PS4 last year with lots and lots of splash and dash. This year, they're trying to figure out what's next. Sony kicked butt, Microsoft not so much. Nintendo's trying to figure out how they're going to be different. They've done some kind of cool things with these figurines that look like Skylanders or the Disney Infinity sets, and that should be very interesting to see what that is.
So we're seeing a lot of software here?
Tons of software. There was one little kind of console play from Alienware, which does high-end PC games. They came out with the Alpha. They announced it earlier at CES. They have a new name for it, the Alpha. It's $549. Games only on the Steam platform. Fantastic little thing, but very gamey.
Now, of course, one of the things that isn't so gamey about E3 now is you see a lot of Hollywood crossover. In fact, you saw kind of some revealing footage this year, as well as a hell of a lot of tanks.
There are tank games all over town, all over the show floor this year. These free-to-play games based on Wargaming.net's title that were so successful around the world, hundreds of millions of players. But now you've got a movie, Fury, featuring Brad Pitt and Shia LaBeouf, and that was being shown at the Sony booth on top of the World of Tanks game that's playing there. That's going to be playing on the PS4s.
No! So, you know, when we look at the video game industry, there's a lot of numbers thrown around. What's the actual figure of how it did most recently, say in 2013?
Well, 2013, according to NPD Group, $21 billion. That covers everything. That's hardware, that's software, that's mobile games, that's PC games, that's everything. But it's a big business.
So what do you think we're going to see over the next couple of days as E3 goes into its final stretch?
Well, we'll see lots of Super Smash Brothers from Nintendo. That was a big hit by itself, and Nintendo needs a really big hit to save its machine, the Wii U. I think you're going to see Sony continue to just roll. They've got this Sony PlayStation TV unit, and it sits next to your TV, and you can play games on there. You're going to be able to have content on there of all kinds, I think, at some point. That's going to be pretty cool. And you're going to see lots and lots of first-person shooters and post-apocalyptic pandemic and tanks.
All right, we're going to see lots of tanks. We'll keep checking back for more video news from the Deadline team. I'm Dominic Patten for Deadline Hollywood.